Well, well, well. What do we have here? Hello.
Hi.
Well, we are here at what
Uh,
I would call a roadside find.
yeah, it's definitely a roadside find.
We're at an unmarked cemetery. Uh, we tried looking it up on Google and could not find any information about it. Like, it's
Nope.
not even on the map.
Nope.
But
We're gonna go in there and see what the it looks like.
we're on Alpine Road in, I'm not sure if this is Lewisberry or what, but we're near Forey's.
Yeah.
You know where Forey's is, so. And we're literally right next to the road,
Yeah,
as you
it's
can
like
tell.
literally a roadside find.
Yeah, so all right, let's go explore it.
All right.
It's kind of tucked away. I don't know if you can see. Maybe a dozen or so. Although some of these I'm not sure if they're just rocks or if they're broken down gravestones, but I guess we'll find out.
All right. So here we go. There's not too many gravestones in here. But you can see with this one, like, it's so faded and you can't tell. But then you come in this one and you can see a little bit what it says. You can't make out 1842. So that gives you an idea how old this place is.
Well, this has nothing to do with graves, but I found a busted open bird egg. You see that? It's got like little speckles on the one shell. Interesting. There's one over here. This is definitely a gravestone because it's got letters on it. And I know I can't really read it. It looks like it looks like GIT, get. I don't think that's right, but we should have brought stuff to like etch it. I forget, that's not the right word, but you know when you take paper and a pencil or whatever. Have you ever done that?
Yeah, I've done that.
I have not.
Okay, so with these stones, a stone wall, like they have it here, was done up in the Civil War time. So if you ever been to Gettysburg, you'll see a lot of these stone walls in Gettysburg. They've done this for the battle, for the soldiers, kind of, I guess, to protect themselves from the firing range or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, there's some history here to this cemetery because these stones were something that was done up back in the 1800s. The one grave that site that we saw was 1842, and there was another one that was in 1800s. So it's history here with these in the cemetery, and the fact that this wall was put up like this tells me that it was done up. Well, also as the stones also say in 1800s. So this cemetery was possibly built or put up during or around the Civil War time. Civil War time was, I believe, 1861 to 1865. And we saw a gravestone that said 1842. So this was probably even before the Civil War. So that's just something, history about this cemetery.
I don't know if you can see, but this looks like part of a stone that might have been kind of busted off. See, there's kind of a hole in the middle there. And then there's one right here, and it says Elizabeth, wife of David Stidid, Stidid, died February 24th, 1871. And there's more written on there, but it's really hard to see. But there you go. So this one here, in memory of Michael Jacob. He was born November 20th, 72. Died June 23rd, 1846. But I've noticed that there's 4 stones here. You can't see the ones too much over there, but there's 2 over here. And there's 2 over there. You can kind of see the flag creeping around. They have an American flag to them, so if I had to guess, I would say these guys probably had to do with something with fighting for our country at some point. I think 1846 was probably before the Civil War, so I don't know what was going on then. One thing I do want to say real quick, and I'm kind of a sentimental sap, like, I can see something in the simplest things, but when we first walked in, that red leaf, I watched it fall to the ground, and it landed right near this one. And it just made me think of, maybe this guy, Michael Jacob, maybe he was a veteran of ours. And that red leaf kind of makes me think of, like, the blood that was shed and how symbolic and, interesting that is.
Okay, so these little rocks here that are sticking up, they're so small that you can't tell if they are or if they're not a gravesite. But if they are, they're unmarked and they are undetermined on what they are. Are they, maybe they're a little kid here, or maybe here's another one. So I don't know. It's hard to tell with these little ones. Now you come over here and you see this one. This one probably sure is, but there's nothing's on it. You have these. This one says something, but you can't make out what it says. So old. So there's a lot of unmarked stones here. And you don't know. Like I said, there's a lot that are, at least 2 that are from the 1800s that we saw. Or 1842 and 1846. Here's another one that you can barely read. January the 2nd, 1796, age 53. So this seemed to date back to the 1700s. So you just wonder what. They said this one, you don't even know. Go on the other side. You just can't tell. It's too faded. So yeah, so that is an unknown, unmarked cemetery.
I just noticed this. I was getting ready to leave. And there's one right here. In memory, Susanna S.T.I. Stickle, who was born, I can't see that, 1809, and looks like she died in October 1820. So kind of crazy. Maybe this is the one that was sticking up over there in that hole. Oh, it's kind of crazy. There you go. Trying to leave and it's still keeping me here. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
It's quite an interesting roadside find, and there's even more to find out about it that we don't even know yet. Like, there's no name. It's like I said before, it's not even on Google Maps.
A lot of unmarked sites.
Probably some people around here might know what it is.
Yeah.
Some of the older generation
Maybe, yeah.
People.
They say that last one we saw was like in the 1700s.
Yeah.
So it could even date back even further than that with
Could.
some of them. So,
Well, there's always like libraries and stuff.
yeah.
All right. Well,
We'll
hey,
see
if you know anything about this video, comment below. Or not this video. This cemetery, comment below. And we'll see you in our next video.
Yep.
Whatever that may be.
Yep.